We're going to go out and build power in a $500,000 bus today. What I mean by power is we're going to capture the sun, we're going to capture alternator, we're going to capture this 10 kilowatt generator, and we're going to put it all into a really cool battery bank and then give that back through 2 Victron 5K Quattros. They're awesome. We're going to stack those for 240 volts.
This thing has a lot of features. It has hydraulic DC pumps for slide outs.
It has starter batteries for the big diesel. It has starter batteries for the generator. It has a house battery that used to be 600 amp hour. And it weighs about 600 pounds. It's crazy. Got rid of that. We're putting a lithium module in. It has 5 kilowatt hours of energy. It weighs 125 pounds. And it should last 10 years.
So we're here at this coach, which has been fully customized, and inside this coach in the 90s, Tracer had some pretty cool stuff. It already has a approximately 3,000 watt, 120 volt inverter charger from Trace. Auto starts the generator, and what we're going to replace this with is these 2 5,000 watt Quattros. So stacked, that's 10,000 watts of AC energy.
What does a hot wire mean?
It means there's energy flowing through. This is a positive wire, so that means that there's actually 11.5 volts hot here, which is coming from the generator.
You want to get in here with me?
In this little cubby to film.
But if I had some like eggs, milk,
Beans.
come on in, come on in.
Oh no. You're lucky I didn't eat any beans.
Guts.
Come out. Hey, so it takes a lot of stuff to do one of these builds. We've got our Victrons, we have our power AC, we have some boxes just to put some stuff in. That's like Christmas around here.
What time is it now?
Burger King time.
Yay.
Basically, what this does is measure power. This is called a shunt, and when power crosses over it, it measures the amount of watts or energy that passes through, and it counts it so it can keep track of how many watts have been used and how many watts have been put back in the form of charge. And so it's a measuring device.
Building power is so much fun. Except I don't know much about it, but he does.
Yeah, I read a book once. Do you know my automatic wire strippers? The ones that are in the box?
Could you grab those, please, honey? Yes.
Been sent on a mission to get some.
Something automatic wire doohickey-badickies. I think these are what he needs. Right here. But I don't know, so I'm gonna bring two, but maybe just to be safe, I'm gonna bring three, because I don't know which one he needs. So, here I go.
But this bigger stuff is so big.
Alright, what's going on over here now?
Oh, last monster cable. Using this box as a junction for the generator.
So what's happening right now?
Right now we're running our generator inputs.
I'm falling. Tell me why I'm falling. Oh, life's calling, but it's hard because I'm falling. I'm falling. Tell me why I'm falling. Oh, life's calling, but it's hard because I'm falling. Falling, 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 started to fall, and where were you? How could I know you were falling too? Grabbing the wind, cutting my skin, but it's hard because I'm falling. Tell me why I'm falling. Oh, life's calling, but it's hard because I'm falling.
Is that the end?
Hey guys, I want to talk about this really cool battery from Elitepowersolutions. This thing's neat. I mean, it's an entire module, fully protected with a smart fuse, so it doesn't blow a fuse. It will shut itself down, so it has all the protections needed. So here's your output. These are 48 volt systems.
A behind-the-scenes sneak tour. So you've got these sense boards that'll monitor the voltage and temperature of each cell in this arrangement. They come through a shunt. Goes to a contactor and a fuse. Here's the built-in charger. Here's a temperature sensor just to run a fan. Low voltage, overall low voltage disconnect as a secondary. And here's your video outputs. So I'll come around here. Video output. So you can connect this to any monitor that has an AV input. And you can look at all of the batteries, the cells, individual cells, and state of charge. All the information you need on a battery can be viewed that way.
We just slid this in. And honestly, for being a 5 kilowatt system, it weighs 125 pounds. It's really not too bad at all. I mean, look. I mean, I can slide it around. It's cool. Snap connectors. Look at these things. Bayonet connectors, or Amphenol makes these. And they're just cool.
Alright, what's going on here, Shore Power?
Oh, we're making kind of like a final connection here.
Surepowersolutions.
So we're on the battery side, and what we have here is the lithium system module from Elitepowersolutions. These are the 16 individual cells that are contained inside this system, this module. They're lithium iron phosphate, and here's what the home page looks like. Basically, you have your battery voltage, you have your charging or discharging line, and then you have your capacity line. In this case, we're 78%, and we're charging at 14.2 amps. So that's a pretty nice, simple way of monitoring the battery. This battery also comes with bayonet type connectors, both for, has its internal charger built into it. That's a 14 amp DC charger, which is really nice. And basically has a state of charge gauge that we've installed up there on the on that backer plate, along with the master ignition or on-off switch for the module. And so and this module also has a Anderson connector on it, which is a high current plug, so you can pretty much disconnect or isolate this battery really quickly by pulling that plug or flip the switch off. This battery can put out 300 amps continuously before a smart fuse will delay and shut it down if it ever exceeds 300 amps for about 10 or so seconds. 300 amps, 48 volts is a juicy amount of power, and I think it's about 12,000 watts of energy. But it's designed to surge up to about 50,000 watts if needed for a like an inductive load or inductive resistance, like a motor, starting a motor. So really cool battery, weighs about 125 pounds. And this one contains 5,000 watt hours of usable energy. Fully managed, fully protected and isolated. It's really neat, really cool system. So here we have a charge controller that's taking the sun and turning it into our 48 volts that we need here. This unit right here will basically make sure that anything coming in from shore power is correct in the phase wiring and neutral to ground, and everything is safe before this will allow power to go into the inverters. So it's sort of it's a protection device. It's really cool. Alright, so what we did today was install the AGSM, which is this device here. what this does is it will basically, it's like somebody turning the key on your engine to turn it on, and turning on the ignition and doing all of the things that it takes to start an engine, including in this case we told it to start, you know, to ignite or to power the glow plugs for 10 seconds before cranking it in order to start this Onan generator. So what we're going to do now is, this is showing 52.1 volts, and I programmed the inverters to turn on the alarm relay at 52 volts. So what I'm going to go do is add an AC load to bring this 1/10 of a volt down so we can trigger our auto gen start mechanism. Anyway, so we're going to trigger our auto gen start mechanism by dropping some voltage on this. Okay, there we go. 455 watts. Yeah, we just got our signal. It's initiating glow plug right now, so we're gonna hear a crank on the generator, and hopefully.
Ta-da!
Now listen for the clunk. It's gonna switch over after it frequency shifts. It's gonna switch to charge.
That was the clunk.
That was the clunk. Now, if you look down here, because of our dynamic load, we have 4,267 watts, 5,313 watts coming out of the generator. We have 4,177 watts going into the battery. Pretty sweet. Let's go look at the battery meter in the coach. And so this is telling us how fast we're charging right here. We can charge up to 500 amps for current charging. And then when we're discharging or using energy, it will tell you here how many amps we're using under a load. Info, pack normal. That's good. We want a normal pack. But this is great. I mean, this is awesome. And honestly, these inverters are only charging about half their capacity right now. I'm going to be bumping this number up, which is going to maximize that generator's fuel economy, because it's a 10 kilowatt generator, and we want to pull 8 kilowatts out of it to charge those batteries quick. Cool.
Getting ready to go. Off into the sunset.